welcome to this edition of Where Are They Now? Quarantine Edition. I'm Carol Scott, Executive Director of Wild Horse Productions, and with me today is one of our alumni and long-term star, Kenni Kinsey. Hi, Kenni. How are you, Kenni?
I am amazing. Doing the best I can in this time, you know.
I know, but it's so good to see you. I have not seen you or talked to you in forever.
I know, it's been so long.
Some of our alumni come back and I get to see them, but I haven't seen you in forever. So I'm really excited to catch up with you today. So first of all, where are you? Where are you quarantining? And is it the same place that you live?
Currently, so I have been quarantining in LA. I live in Los Angeles. I live with my partner of almost 3 years now. We live in LA and I have been quarantined with him. But I recently just came back home to Nevada to watch my dogs while my mom goes out of town. So I'm here for like 2 weeks.
So we are talking about Wild Horse today, and you have done so many shows with us. I can't even count them. So hopefully you'll refresh my memory. Do you remember what your first show was with Wild Horse? It shows in between, and your last show.
Oh, I think I had to dig in the memory bank because it was a long time ago for me. I think my first show was Beauty and the Beast. I'm pretty sure my first show was Beauty and the Beast, and I played Lumiere, which was so much fun. Thrilled. I still loved playing that part. I still love it. And then my last show was Aladdin. I'm pretty sure it was Aladdin. Or this is where I'm getting confused. It was either Aladdin or the Mr. Toad show where I played the little bird girl.
I know in Aladdin you were the genie.
Yes, I came back because I passed the age of being able to perform, but then I came back as like an alumni performer for that, and I was the genie.
So was the bird show you're talking about Seussical?
Seussical was, I think, after Beauty and the right, like very shortly after Beauty and the Beast, because I played the Cat in the Hat. I mean, well, doing Wild Horse, like that was my first experience getting lead roles because, you know, like I considered Lumiere like a lead role, and playing the Cat in the Hat was so fun. And the Cat in the Hat was actually kind of my introduction into character, like working, like really getting out there, because that character is such a wild character, you know.
So the genie and Cat in the Hat, I mean, they were stellar roles for you, Kenni. Do you have a crazy or funniest story that might have happened to you on stage or backstage?
The only thing that really stuck out was during, I want to say maybe Beauty and the Beast. I was standing underneath the stage, you know, the area when you like go downstairs to run around to the other side of the stage, that area. I was standing down there waiting on something, and I like shifted my weight on my hip in a weird way, and a flat fell on top.
Oh, no.
And no one was there, so I was just laying under this flat, like, help, help me.
And somebody got to you in time.
I think Robin finally heard me, and she was like, what happened?
Oh, the things that happen backstage that the audience has no clue about.
So funny. And it didn't hurt, because, you know, it was one of the lighter ones, so it just kind of slowly fell, but it just like, I was like, oh no.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? I mean, I know you're living in LA, so what are you doing down there?
Oh, I feel like I've done so much stuff. When I first moved to LA, I was like desperate to find a children's theater company, because I was coming out of, you know, I came out of Wild Horse, and that was some of my best memories in theater, and like working with children is always amazing for me anyway. So I was desperately searching for a children's theater company, and I went to college for theater the first year I was there, didn't find anything like a company that I liked or anything. And then like my second year, I've been living in LA for almost a decade now.
Wow,
This
really?
July, it will be a decade that I
It,
have been living in
that
LA.
doesn't seem possible.
I finally found a children's theater company, and it was amazing. And instead of being like kids performing for kids and for the community, this company, it was all adults performing children's shows for kids. So I found that company and I was a part of that company for 8 years. And that's pretty much all that I have done, like really in Los Angeles, was perform with this children's theater company. We've done so many shows and I've done so many princess parties and I've been so many different villains, which I love. I love being villains. It's so much fun. Um, and that in that company, you know, we've performed for celebrities. We've done like celebrity birthday parties. We did out tons of outreach shows. We did shows for a children's theater hospital, or children's hospital. We've done we did these outreach military shows where we would go to the military base and perform for a bunch of kids whose parents, you know, like it was usually during the holidays. We would do holiday shows for the kids there, and
What's the name of the company?
creating arts company.
Great.
Um, and we actually just recently disbanded this last year, and the company unfortunately had to shut down. So a few of the members, myself included, we are actually getting together and starting our own company. Once all of this is over, we are going to be starting our own children's theater company, because that is what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's my biggest passion, like children's theater specifically. I mean, I will always be a theater kid, um, you know, any kind of theater, but children's theater is my passion. And
That's so wonderful. I'm so glad that you're continuing on that path and educating and teaching kids. It is a rewarding, it's frustrating and high maintenance sometimes, but it is a rewarding
it is so
profession.
rewarding.
So
And it really is the most, I think, the most rewarding thing I've ever done. And when I worked with a creating arts company in LA, we did interactive shows, so kids could come up and dance with us and sing with us and all kinds of different stuff like that. And it just opened my eyes to how amazing and how really truly passionate I am about children's theater. I initially moved to LA for film, um, and college. You know, I did this competition there and I won a couple of awards. I made the decision to move there for film, and I realized that film wasn't for me. I did a couple movies, I did a couple commercials, like nothing big, but like I realized it wasn't for me because in film you have to take all of that big theater energy and put it in like a little box.
very true.
And that's hard for me to do.
Yeah, I
I
can see
mean, I'm a very big person.
that.
um, and it just, I loved doing it. I learned a lot and it was so much fun, but truly theater is where it's at for me, especially children's theater. Working with kids is all I want to do for the rest of
Oh,
my life.
you have a
That's really
dream role that you would like to play?
I have two dream roles. One of them I will not ever really be able to play because I'm pretty sure legally in the rights to the show it has to be played by a man. Judas from Jesus Christ Superstar is a role I would love to play. He is just his songs in that show are so vehement and like vibrant, and I love the story of that show as well. And it's just one of my dream roles, but I'm pretty sure that it is only being able to be played by a man. My other dream role is Kathy from The Last 5 Years. Just her range is like right in my Broadway like vocal range. So I can sing like all of her songs, which is nice. And I actually do also have one more that I kind of have gotten to play, which is Hamilton from Hamilton. In our children's theater company in LA, we had a little girl who requested a Hamilton birthday party. So we put together like a super short 1 hour condensed children appropriate version of Hamilton, and I got to play Hamilton, and it was so much fun.
So can you tell us, I mean, you went to LA, you did go to college, and you're still in the arts. And I always ask everyone, why did you pursue a career in the arts or not? We have some people who have taken other paths. So tell us why you have continued on with the arts.
Uh, this is gonna sound so weird in a weird way, but it's the only thing I'm really good at. Like, it's the only thing, and I mean that, not saying that I can't do other things, but I mean that, like, that's the thing that I really dedicated to, because I was always the weird kid. I mean, you remember, I was a weird kid. I was always the oddball, like, kind of very hyper kid, and I didn't really fit in anywhere. And then I found theater, and it is the place where I feel like I have always belonged. And when you get to a point, like when you're a kid and you're doing theater, you're like, this is awesome. I'm getting like attention. I get to perform for like people. This is so cool. And then when you like become an adult and you do theater, there becomes this entire new layer of like emotions that you understand, and that you get to experience, like peeling back layers of your heart to share with everybody else when you're on stage. And with how quickly, especially now, human contact is dwindling, theater is so important. And just this sheer amount of energy you get from an audience, yet having the power to move an audience to tears or to laughter or to anger or fear if you're like a villain or whatever, it is an incredible feeling. And then to be able to like wipe it all off at the end of the day and just be yourself no matter who you are is just incredible. Yeah. I actually I'm a part of an improv group, and they did I was not feeling well, so I didn't do the show, but they just did a virtual show. And I talked to them afterwards, and they said the hardest part was not having people to laugh. Like, there were people typing like, ha ha ha, and stuff like that, but there wasn't laughter. And as an improv performer, that's a huge aspect, is like hearing laughter. Yeah.
So I've been kind of putting people on the spot and asking if they would like to share a talent with us. And you're in my heart, Kenny, and I would love to hear you.
All right. Friends on the Other Side from Princess and the Frog, sung by Dr. Facilier. Okay. Don't you disrespect me, little man. Don't you derogate or deride. You're in my world now, not your world. And I got friends on the other side. Don't pay attention to that, gentlemen. That's just a little parlor trick we have here in Louisiana. Nothing to worry about. Sit down at my table. Put your mind at ease. If you relax, it will enable me to do anything I please. I can read your future. I can change it round some too. I look deep into your heart and soul. You do have a soul now, don't you? Make your wildest dreams come true. I got hoodoo, I got voodoo, I got things I ain't even tried. And I got friends on the other side.
That's amazing.
And then, yeah.
Kenny, that's so you.
Right?
I got like pieces of the genie there. I got a little bit of Dr. Seuss, the Cat in the Hat.
all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you. Now I know that I really, really miss you. I miss the Kenny singing.
Oh, I missed you too.
Advice you would give our upcoming young actors?
I thought really hard about this question. I think my best advice would be to follow your dreams no matter what, because there was in this field, people will tell you, all kinds of different things, but it is possible to be happy and doing what you love. And there are many ways to do what you love. Like, I am starting a children's theater company. It just, you have to follow your dream. You have to go for it. And even if I can't stress it enough. Like, it's just be who you are too. Don't try and be somebody that you're not. Obviously, we're acting and we have to be other people, but never forget who the face is behind the mask, because it is so much more important to perform from your heart than it is to perform from, a surface like area. And as long as you keep going and you don't give up, and and even in my case, I started out getting pretty much like male roles, but and at the time I was very disheartened a lot because of that. But then I grew up and I realized that just gave me better training to be a better performer to who I am today. I joined a party company before my children's theater company, and they told me I wasn't pretty enough to be a princess. And I was like, well, then I'm not gonna work for this company. And you will find people all the time who will try and discourage you. And then I found my children's theater company, and as soon as Frozen came out, I played Anna, and Anna and I are like perfect. Like, we were just so perfect for each other. And I learned new experiences that way too. And I still love playing male roles, like, to this day, but never be discouraged by parts that you get, because it is just more training and a better experience to help you become an amazing performer later on.
Yep, I totally agree. And Kenni, you're gorgeous. I mean, I've heard that from movie stars,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
a director has said you're not pretty enough for this role, or you're not this, or you're not that.
And then look who they became.
Right. Right. Yeah. Stick with it, and don't take one person's subjective opinion of you. Just because you're not right for that.
That's why I didn't continue with that party company. I was like, okay, cool. That's what you guys think. I want to be a princess, so I'm going to go find somewhere where I can be a princess.
Right. Well, you're always a princess to us, and a prince.
And I can be both.
You're everything to us, Kenni. Well, I have to tell you, this has been a joy for me this morning to catch up with you, Kenni. You're one of the actors that, really sticks with me through the years. And I've watched what you're doing. I watch what everybody's doing on Facebook. At least I get to see what you're up to. But to talk to you this morning has been a real pleasure. So,
and I just want to say thank you, because without you, I wouldn't be like in where I am today. I mean that literally today, where I am like discussing things with this future theater company. I think about you often because you ran Wild Horse, and I was like, well, I want to, I use you as like a role model for this endeavor that I'm about to go on.
Well, if you need help, contact us. We're here for you. Please give our love to the family.
Yes.
Miss them also, and tell them hi from Wild Horse. And continue on your amazing career, and keep us posted. And when this virus is over and we can see each other and you come visit, we'll definitely hook up. Share your talents with our young people, which would be great.
That would be super fun.
Great. Good seeing you, Kenni.
You too.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.